Hi friends, Maka Supreme here coming at you guys with another reading. So for today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at your finances. I've done this spread before. This is a Supreme original spread. Let me say this again. This is a Supreme original spread, meaning that this is a spread that I crafted and developed for myself while by myself. I've done a video on the same topic using the same spread a couple months back. At least in my own personal life, that reading was heavily accurate. It was like so accurate that was actually mind blowing to me. So it was nice to be on the other side of a Maka Supreme reading for a change. But I figured now, since enough time has passed, energies has really shifted. Things have changed, not only in my life, but I'm figuring in the life of other people. I figured that now would be a good time to redo this reading and to see how everyone's finances and prospects has shifted and what you can expect going forward from this point on. So, with that being said, for pile selection, we have 4 piles here. You guys will be picking from my moon oracle deck, and we have 4 piles to choose from, just like the first video. So for pile 1, we have musician. For pile 2, we have prisoner. For pile 3, we have stone. And for pile 4, we have Kali. So take the time to pick whatever pile, whatever energy resonates with you. Really take your time with this. You want an accurate, the most accurate reading that you can get. I don't think this is one of those readings where you can pick more than one pile. So really make sure that during this pile selection that you honestly, truly pick the one that's right for you. So with that out of the way, we will be getting into the reading. So if you chosen pile 1, the musician, then this reading is for you. All right, so let's get started with your reading, pile 1. Let me see. Now let me see. Let me make sure I have everything in frame. Make sure I do. Soy suficiente. All right. Well, almost everything in frame. So let's lift the spread up a little bit. Yes. All right. This is perfect. So pile 1, your reading actually turned out very harmonious and very fluid. I really like this reading, and I can kind of relate to it as well. So with this reading, pile 1, as always with my Supreme original spreads, each one of these cards represents an answer to a different question. So before we even read your cards, pile 1, I'm gonna give you my general synopsis of what the overall energy is saying, and then we'll get more into the details and the nitty gritty on a card by card basis. So pile 1, what I got for your pile is that your financial situation is overall good. Money is flowing in, and you can have a little extra or a little bit more than usual. Be wise on how you spend, and don't invest or use your money recklessly. If you're trying to expand your business, make sure to conduct proper research and to really look into things before you start moving your money around. Things are paying off for you and yielding results. So pile 1, right now your finances overall are very good. And in fact, your pile also speaks of new opportunities coming in, or at least a new opportunity coming in that you'll be able to recognize and capitalize on. So really keep a lookout on for new investment opportunities or new ideas or something that you can really get behind. So the first card in the spread is your current financial status, and this is signified by the Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands and finances talk a lot about good money coming in. Wands and Pentacles is exactly what you want to see in terms of financial readings. Wands, Pentacles, and most major arcana, but mostly Wands and Pentacles are exactly what you want to see. With the Knight of Wands here, this speaks of money coming in a flow. Like your money is flowing, you're getting more and more money, and you're probably gaining more than what you really thought or what you ever really had. With the Knight of Wands, there's also that thing about you really making sure that you don't spend recklessly or spend too impulsively. Like, it's okay to like really splurge and get the things that you want, but don't overdo it, because you might have more money than usual and you can be very tempted to just like splurge or to just buy too much of like luxury items or too much of things that you don't really need. Maybe like overbuying food or something like that. Be very careful about that. So the next card represents what can you do to make more money, and here we have the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups in terms of finances is pretty good. What it really means is that you need to make sure that you are actually a little bit more grounded and temperate and moderate in what you're doing. Again, like don't spend recklessly. But the Page of Cups also speak of a new opportunity that might be coming your way. There's something here about your intuition playing a big part in this. There's something that's natural and instinctive to you that's really going to help you make money. Really make sure that you be careful and that you really honestly, research and really look into things before you start doing stuff. Because maybe you're not as like experienced with like making money as most other people. Maybe you're just new at something, new at starting a business venture, new at trying to monetize on a hobby or something like that. There's this energy of that, like you're just starting out. So you might need to do research into different investments. Definitely make sure that you do your due diligence whenever it comes to any investments or anything that you're thinking about making. If someone comes to you with an opportunity, make sure you do your research on them. Don't just jump and chomp at the bit. Take some time out to reflect, to research who this person is, what they want, their history, talk to them, get to know them. But the Page of Cups really talks about being cautious, but knowing that new opportunities are on the horizon and that it's going to be pretty good. You're going to make the right choice. It's very fortuitous to see the Page of Cups here. For your next card is incoming good fortune. What's on the horizon for you, pile one? And we have the Ace of Wands. And like I said, Wands and Pentacles are so fortuitous to see in a financial reading. With the Wands here, this speaks of a brand new opportunity coming your way, of a windfall of money, of you gaining more money than usual in the future. And even with like I said, this is the big theme around your reading, pile one, is a new opportunity coming your way that you're going to be able to capitalize on and make money and make a lot of money off of. Your financial status, your financial situation is steadily improving, pile one, and that's something that you really need to know and really make a note of. With the Ace of Wands coming in, this could indicate a windfall of money, like money coming from somewhere that you don't expect, or like a big surprise, or just like a big influx of money just coming in. Same thing with the Knight of Wands. This is pretty much saying that abundance is flowing and that it's going to continue to flow well into your future, pile one. So things are really happening for you. Like things are really shifting and changing. If you've really been struggling, but your current financial status is telling you that you're not even struggling. Like if you think that you're struggling, that's a trick of the mind. You're actually in a very good place, pile one. And you even have more money and more opportunities coming in. So be on the lookout. As an extra card, I took the bottom deck card and we have the Seven of Swords here. And what's funny is we have the Seven of Swords and we even have the Coyote and the Datra, which speaks of deceit or lies. But what I really get here from the Seven of Swords and the card of deceit is that you have to be wily like the coyote, pile one. Not only are you leaning on your intuition as you go forward, but you should also like plan, calculate, and strategize. I don't feel like anyone is like trying to take your money or there's any deceit around you in regards to your money. There might be, take it how it resonates. But what I really see here, Padawan, is that this is all about your ability to like plan and to look out for yourself in terms of finances. It'll be a really good idea for you to like really make decisions based off of what it is that you want, how you feel guided, instead of trying to make decisions based off of other people. It'll help to have a roadmap and a plan in mind on how you want to make money, where you want to make it, and things of that nature. So planning is something that's it's going to be very, very important for you. And really making sure that you have that me first, I'm going to get it attitude, Power One. It's going to help bring you in more, help bring in more. So what we have here, Power One, is the card for financial advice, and we have message in the bottom. Now, message in the bottle is a very beautiful card to have for your financial advice. It speaks of new opportunities coming away. Like I said, that's a very big thing in your reading. It's something that's repeated over and over and over. So new opportunity coming your way to make money. And with message in the bottle, this is mostly about signs and synchronicities, or someone actually, now this is what it is. You might get a surprise call, like I said with the Ace of Wands in the future. You might end up getting a call from someone that's very surprising, but can lead to a lot of opportunity and money and growth. Someone is going to come to you or come towards you with an opportunity, Power One. Someone's going to come towards you with an opportunity. And like I said, it's up to you to really research, look into this person, look into the things, their practices and whatever it is that they're doing. And if it's safe, you should move forward and go ahead with it. Because the fact of the matter is, this is an opportunity that you can capitalize on, and it's an opportunity where you're going to actually really shine and excel. I'm going to read the message in the bottle card for you guys. The prosperity message. You are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. So yeah, Power One, if you've been trying to pray for more money or new opportunities to come in, you've been heard, and you're definitely going to get that coming your way. So really keep an eye out and be open-minded for new opportunities. Don't just jump into it all recklessly and impulsively. Make sure that you do actually research and do your due diligence. But I feel overall, most new opportunities that's going to come your way are going to be safe, and it's going to be easy for you to do it. But there's definitely something about you being aligned with your destiny and doing something that's actually very much in alignment with who you are, Power One. There seems a lot about like dreams being fulfilled and like a real big shift in your life that's taking you to where you need to go. Excuse me. The next card in this spread is about what quality will help you be successful. And then here we have the coyote and the datura, which is of deceit. And again, with the coyote, it's about being wily. Like really make sure that if it comes to negotiation, if it comes to you having to sign contracts with people and things of that nature, make sure that you're looking out for yourself. Don't just be blindsided by the glitz and the glamour, or blindsided by the weight and the coolness of the opportunity. Make sure that you maintain your business mindset once these new opportunities or this new opportunity arise, Power One. Don't just immediately agree. Do the businessman thing, haggle, negotiate, read over your contract, ask questions. That intellectual curiosity, that intellectual sharpness is going to serve you that ingenuity I'm hearing as well. It's going to serve you really well, Power One. Don't be blinded by, please don't be blinded by the opportunity that's coming and just recklessly agree. Talk it over, make sure that you mediate, negotiate, see where you can get yours at and where you can give up some concessions, but really make sure that it's something that you can really agree with, that you can stand behind, and that you're going to be well taken care of in regards to this opportunity. Don't be blinded, Power One. And then finally, the next card that we have is just a wild card. It's just the supporting energy for your reading. And the supporting card that we have here is unlimited possibilities. Now, with unlimited possibilities, it really speaks of just like anything can happen, Power One. Like your energy is very, very expansive. Father, your spirit guides, angels, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, universe, whatever the hell you want to call it. You're being heavily and honestly very much supported by them. And things and whatever it is that you honestly truly want in your heart of hearts, that opportunity is going to come for you. It's going to come to you, actually. It's going to come to you when you least expect it, when you're not paying attention, as you're kind of just enjoying your financial growth and abundance. This feels a lot like you working with the laws of attraction, and it's actually working for you, Power One. Whatever it is that you honestly truly want and desire is coming your way, Power One. And this might sound familiar if you watched the other pick a card reading that I posted, and you were a particular pile in that reading. This might sound very, very familiar to you. So if you're seeing that repeated sign, that repeated message, make sure that you take that and really absorb it, Power One, because it's true. Something is coming your way, an opportunity is coming your way, an opportunity that you're very well suited for. And then finally, 7 and 8, these two cards here are something to work on, to improve upon, or remember. And what's funny is that these two cards actually work hand in hand together, Power One. Like I said, your reading is very harmonious and free-flowing. With the self-worth card, this speaks a lot about what I was telling you about, not just jumping into the opportunity. Make sure that you're getting what you're worth, that you're negotiating, that you're not allowing yourself to be devalued and underappreciated once this new opportunity come in and you might need to sign a contract or negotiate or haggle. Make sure that you are getting what you're worth and what you feel like you're worth. And you need to really have a pretty high but also honest opinion of yourself, Power One. Don't overdo it, but really make sure that you value yourself correctly, Power One. That's honestly, truly very important here. Always remember who you are and what you're worth, and don't settle for less, especially if someone is coming to you for the opportunity to work with you. Make sure that you state your demands, that you state what it is that you want, and that you're willing to negotiate and haggle. It's very important. And finally, we have the musician card here, which is Sun and Jupiter. Sun and Jupiter combination is all about luck, abundance, prosperity, your energy expanding. Like I said, Power One, you're in a very high vibration. You're working with the laws of attraction, and it's working for you. The musician also speaks of an opportunity coming your way, an opportunity that's going to be presented to you. But the musician card also says that you have everything already inside of you to excel. You're going to be a natural fit for whatever position, opportunity, or offer that's coming your way. And you're going to really excel and exceed at it because it's something that's in alignment with your soul purpose, with your destiny and your path, Power One. This opportunity that's coming your way is something that you can really get behind, that you're really just going to excel at naturally, which is being yourself. And again, the musician card, just like a bunch of other cards here, are warning you and telling you of a new opportunity coming your way. So you need to be excited, Power One, because your finances are looking so very good and things are just going to get better and better and better for you. So if this reading resonated, Power One, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me as a content creator, the links to do so are in the description box. You can book a reading, donate a deck, or donate money. Any way you choose to support me is A-OK with me. Thank you so much for your time and energy, Power One, and please be blessed. If you've chose prisoner, pile 2, then this reading is for you. So let's see what your financial situation is looking like, pile 2. Let's see what we got here. I make sure that I have all the cards in frame. Just about right. This is good enough. Let's just move this over just a tiny bit. All right, this is good. So, pile 2. Before we go into, I should really say this. As with all my Supreme original spreads, each card represents an answer to a particular question. But before we go into the minute details of your reading, I'm going to give you the synopsis that I got from your tarot cards and from the financial situation as a whole. So pile 2, this is your overall financial situation. And we start with deception. I heard that like from the song from the Lion King, I think it's the zebra that starts off and says, deception, disgrace. I heard that. So, deception. Somebody is withholding information or cheating you out of money. Pay closer attention to your finances and don't spend too carelessly. If you are doing business with another person, watch your moves carefully for inconsistencies. If you do discover treachery, get a new partner. You will recover the money lost, but be wise on how you spend this boon. So yeah, pile 2. There's a strong energy here that someone is lying to you, someone is not really paying. If they're not lying to you, then they're being inconsistent in their reporting. If you have like a big business or if you have like a business partner, the Lover's card is kind of telling you that you might really need to watch them and that you might need a new partner or things of that nature. But you really need to make sure that you keep a close eye on your finances and how everything is being spent. I really feel the energy here of you, pile 2, probably being a business owner, whether it's a small business or medium or big size business. Or it could just be the fact that you are working with a partner and someone that you supposedly love and trust. Something here isn't right. This person might not be handling the books correctly if you're delegating that task to them. They might not be reporting things correctly. They might be deliberately hiding documents, hiding expenses. It could be embezzling. Whatever it is, pile 2, you need to watch your money carefully and go over your accounts and your spendings. If you keep a good record, then go over it and look for inconsistencies. If you don't keep a good record, then you should definitely start. Learn how to keep books, because you're going to start seeing where certain money is being funneled out of. And that's a warning for you, pile 2, whether you're a small business, a big business, or you're working with someone that you trust. So individually, the first tarot card here represents your current financial situation, and you have Justice in reverse. What Justice in reverse is, again, speaks of lies, deceit, someone either withholding documents from you, important documents that you need to see, probably lying about facts, covering tracks, and finances. Justice in reverse is not a good sign. It's not something that you want to see. This is telling me that, like I said, if you're working with someone, if you have a partner or whatever, they're lying to you. They might be, or if they're not just flat out lying, they might just be doing something wrong and trying to hide it from you. And this is calling you to look closely and to look more closely at your finances. The next card is what you can do to make more money, and you have the 5 of Swords. Again, a card that you do not want to see in the finance reading. The 5 of Swords speaks of, again, lies, deceit, competition. Something is not right in terms of your finances, pile 2. And in order for that to happen, you need to discover what it is and nip it in the bud and put it in and put a stop to it. You're probably bleeding money, or if you feel like you're doing a lot of work but not seeing the results and seeing the gains, someone else is pocketing and profiting off your success and gains. If you're like someone that just does maybe you're a tarot card reader and you do a whole lot of work, but it seems like you're not generating any buzz. It's because people who get a reading from you, they're not talking about it, they're not promoting it. No one is really doing what they can. They're kind of just taking your advice, taking your thing, and just really not trying to do anything to really help it grow. They're withholding documents, withholding information from other people. They really are just trying to keep everything hush hush and not really promote. But again, I don't feel that. I just felt like I had to throw that out there. But for the most part, the Five of Swords here, it's not right. Like, so in order to make more money, you need to figure out where you're bleeding money at and stop it, pile two. You need to put an end to it. Now, for your incoming good fortune, we have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers speaks of actually going out and seeking new adventures, new opportunities, but it also talks about if you're working with someone, then you're working with someone who you love and trust. But the fact of the matter is, with this here, pile two, what I'm really feeling like is if you are currently working with someone you love and trust and you discover their infidelity, discover their cheating, their infidelity and cheating, their lack of reporting or their inconsistent reporting, this is telling you that you need to go and find a new partner. Go find someone else to work with or to partner up with, someone that's a little bit more trustworthy. If you are working with someone like a family member or a spouse and this is happening, this is going to suck, it's going to hurt, but you need to kick them out of your business and go find someone else. And that's for your sake of your finances, pile two. And then for the bottom deck card, we have the Page of Wands. This is where I said that you're actually going to like recover this money that you've been losing. The Page of Wands speaks of an incoming windfall. Like I was telling another pile, that when you see Wands and Pentacles in a finance reading, it's a very good sign. Page of Wands talks of incoming money. It might be a lot of it. So what this is telling you to do, it might be because of a lawsuit or you actually having to like really persecute this person or do something. But the fact of the matter is, with the Page of Wands here showing up in your finance reading, pile two, it's really letting me know that you're going to recoup these losses. But be careful on how you spend the money. Don't just go in and be all willy-nilly with the lump sum that you're going to get. Make sure that you invest it wisely and bring it back into your business to recoup and recover. So the next card that we have here is some financial advice, and we have No Place Like Home. No Place Like Home is all about authenticity. Make sure that when you are doing your business or things of that nature, pile two, that you're doing something that's very much in alignment with you. Don't go against your morals, your values. Make sure that the work that you're doing and the clients that you take are properly aligned with you. I'm going to read the prosperity message for this for you. When you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both success and failures, you will see divinity in all things. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity. And again, now I'm remembering what else I pulled from this card and from this energy. With your whole bottom deck, your whole bottom row here of oracles, this is telling me that you are someone who really tries their best, who is very authentic in their business practices, very genuine. You don't try to cheat or deceive anyone. So which is why once you discover where you're being cheated and deceived at, the universe is going to like bless you with more. It's going to help recoup your losses, pile two, because you really are someone that does the right thing. You always try to do the right thing, and you really just make sure that you deal with people in an authentic way and that you do what you can. And sometimes when you're a very honest and truthful businessman, people can look at that as weakness, and they do what they can to try to like sneak in, to take from you, to lie to you and deceive you. And if that's the case, just know that the universe got your back. They can lie and deceive for a short while, but you're always going to end up back on top, pile two. The next card represents a quality that will help you be successful, and we have safety here. I don't feel like this had, well, no, actually, the ill and the iris speaks a lot about how ills are very slippery, and how the iris is representative of victory and power. The thing here with this combination is that you're actually being heavily protected by your spiritual guides. Your money is being watched over. What you need to understand here, pile two, is that you need to take the advice that's being presented to you in this reading, because this isn't just advice, this is a warning. This is your guides letting you know that something foul is afoot, and you need to take a real close look at your finances, like you really, really do. I'm going to read a little bit of the Ill and Iris for you. I'm going to just read the meaning of it. I'm not going to keep going too deep into reading all these cards. So I'm going to just read the meaning. Now is a good time to establish healthy boundaries. If others take offense, do not fret over their reaction. Stand firm in your power like the iris. Yeah, if you really found out that this person, whoever it is, that's really taking and embezzling this money, once you confront them, do not cave. Do not let your heart become soft because, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really know. Oh, this is my first time. I never really done something like this. And yada, yada, yada. The fact of the matter is this person was hiding their wrongdoings. And you need to stand firm and do what's right for you and your business, pal, too. And you need to probably let that person go. Or if you're not going to let them go, keep them out of important financial matters and decisions and stand firm in that boundary. That's something that's going to be very important. And that's really that you need to, that's going to help you be successful, pal, too. The next two cards we have here are supporting energies. And we have New Day and Stripping Illusions. And yeah, with New Day and Stripping Illusions, the supporting energy for your reading is letting you know that things are going to work out in the end. Things are, especially with the Page of Wands here, things are going to work out in the end. You're going to recoup your losses. You're going to go and find someone new to work with or invest in a new endeavor, an opportunity that's actually more aligned with who you are. And the fact of the matter is there's going to be a stripping away of the lies in your life, the people who are lying to you. And if you're doing work that doesn't really feel right to you or doing work that doesn't really align with you, there's that energy of you finally stepping away from the work that's not aligned to you or aligned with you and going for something more authentic, like the No Place Like Home says. This is a very harmonious reading, pal, too. You really need to take the advice here. And if you're not really doing your own business or something like that, if you're working at a job that you don't like, then you're doing yourself a grave injustice and you're staying somewhere where you don't need to stay, pal, too. And it's time for you to move on, find something new, and to do something different. And you'll be looked over and watched over as you make that transition. Now, finally, your last two cards here, pal, too, is something to remember, to improve upon, or something to work on. And here we have Prayer and Prisoner. Prayer speaks a lot actually, of how your prayers are being heard, how you're working with your spiritual guides, and how the ideas that you have are actually divinely inspired. Paul, too, I get the feeling that your finances are really heavily watched over and looked after. I don't know if you stay prayed up. I don't know if you are a spiritual person or something in that matter. But the fact of the matter is, Paul, too, that you're definitely receiving assistance on high. And if you feel inspired to do something, inspired to go in a new path or a new direction, you really need to listen, because that's not just your mind. This is higher forces coming in and influencing you and really telling you and trying to push you in the right direction. Because right here with the Prisoner card, you could definitely be keeping yourself smaller and keeping yourself boxed in. The Prisoner card also speaks of betrayal. Because you have a soft heart and are a very kind person, this makes you a prime target for being deceived, being lied to, and being tricked. And I said that here before with one of these cards. I think it was I don't know. I know I said this to this pile in particular. You have a very soft heart and a kind spirit, pile, too. And because you have that soft heart and kind spirit, people are going to take advantage and go and pull on your heartstrings. And the Prisoner card here is telling you to not really accept that. To know that if you want it, there is a way out of this situation. There is a way forward and a way to progress. There's no need for you to keep yourself in this box. Now I'm going to read the Prisoner card to you. I'm going to read the meaning. If you draw this card, actually I'm going to read the whole thing, the card meaning. Often the compassionate nature of Neptune's influence is confused and fail to recognize the difference between fantasy and reality. Conjoined with the gentle Venus, it can denote the archetypical victim. Although this can be more imagined than real, this mansion indicates mental, emotional, or physical imprisonment, either caused by yourself or as a result of the betrayal of someone else. If you draw this card, you, like the woman in this image, are not really trapped as you imagine. You can escape from the constricting situation at any time. The open doorway at the base of the image indicates that new paths are available to you. This is seeking escape from a situation or a betrayal. And again, if you are someone who's working a job that you don't like, pile 2, leave. Simply leave. Like, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to sit here and be confined to the fact, but this place gives me the financial security. I can't just leave without finding a new job. Or are you even trying to find a new job, pile 2? Or are you just here and you're just being sad and thinking, oh, woe is me? But either way, pile 2, there is a way out of this situation. And if this is definitely about the deceit and the betrayal, this prisoner card is really here to confirm that you are being lied to, pile 2. You are, in fact, being lied to. Don't believe whatever this other person, whoever it is that you suspect, don't believe what they got to say. Trust your intuition. It's not you that's just thinking this. This is coming from somewhere higher than you, so trust it. It's time for you to really do what you got to do to escape the situation and get up out of it and to go down a new path like the Lover card suggests. A new adventure, a new partner, whatever it is, it's time to seek something new. So if this reading resonated, pile 2, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you guys want to support me as a content creator, the links to do so are in the description box. You can book a reading, donate a deck, or even just donate money if that's something that you want to do. However you choose to support me is A-okay with me. Thank you so much for your time and energy, pile 2, and be blessed. If you chose pile 3, stone, then this reading is for you. So let's check your financial situation, pile 3. I see what we got here. You got a ton of extra cards, pile 3, like a ton of extra cards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit them all into the frame, but I think I did. So yeah, pile 3. As the case with all my Supreme original spreads, each card here represents an answer to a different question. Sometimes 2 cards represent the answer to one question, but it's no need to get into the nitty-gritty or the particulars. But pile 3, before I read your card individually, I'm going to give you my overall synopsis of your financial situation. So here's your overall synopsis, pile 3. You are in a beautiful and auspicious period. Keep your head on a swivel and trust your intuition. Money is flowing and you are more than likely already quite financially stable. There is more coming in, especially if you just had a rough patch. Don't be afraid to start new projects, and make sure that if you owe anyone money, pile 3, that you pay them back and that you pay your debts. So, yeah, pile 3, you have so far the strongest financial reading so far. Your finances are probably already really good, and they're just going to get better and better and better. There's something here around in your energy about you being a very keen businessman. You take very delicate and balanced decisions, because there's a balance here, a nice little parity between masculine and feminine energy with you, pile 3. And you know when to push, when to pull back, and when to listen to your intuition and when to let logic take over. You are a very keen business person. I feel that very strongly from your energy, pile 3, and it reflects in your cards because you're clearly very financially successful. So you're a very keen business person. So the first card that we have that represents your current financial situation is the Sun. The Sun is a heavily auspicious card to see in your finance reading. And the last time that I did this financial reading, there was a pile there that led with the Sun card as well. So you could really be that pile that when the last time I did this, you picked the pile that led with the Sun. So the Sun card here speaks to someone that's just like rolling in the dough. Like abundance is flowing, abundance is free flowing in your life. You're in a very good financial situation. Like everything is like really good for you. This is the ultimate happiness, joy, and abundance. Your financial life is looking like a-okay, okay? Like you got nothing really to worry about in terms of finances. Now, in order for you to make more, which is what this card represents, is how you can make more money, is with the Chariot. Now, the Chariot speaks of being very balanced in both your mental and emotional energy to make sure that you're not making overly rational decisions or that you're not making overly emotional decisions. Again, it's that interplay between your masculine and feminine energy, between knowing when to listen to your intuition, knowing when to be logical, and how to combine the two. The chariot card also tells me that you're already quite financially stable. So really, what you really might have to do is just continue to do what it is that you do, pile 3. Like, continue doing what you're doing because you're on the right path and you're doing everything right. And all the cards are kind of reflecting the fact that your energy it's just amazing, like it's bomb. You really are a keen business person, pile 3. And if you're making money and things of that nature, just keep doing what you're doing. And the reason why I'm saying that as well is because we even have the Stone card, the card that you picked. We're going to get to that energy in a moment. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Stick to what you know. Continue doing what you're doing. And things are really going to turn out for you. Listen to you know how to listen to your intuition. You know when to be logical. You got this under control, pile 3. You got this. You know how to make money. I probably need to come get some tips from you, pile 3. Like, I might really need it because you're awesome. You got this money making thing down pat. So the next card that you have is like your incoming good fortune. And here we have the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is a favorable card to see in any reading. Normally, you'll want to see Wands and Pentacles or Major Arcana, but you got a shit ton of Major Arcanas in your reading in the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords speaks of like actual progress. Like I said, you're making money, more is coming in, and the Six of Swords is telling you like, yeah, definitely more is coming in. And if you've been going through like a rough patch, if you're a pile 3 that's usually like up on top, but you might have experienced a little bit of loss or something, this is to tell you that you're actually recovering and recuperating from that loss pretty well. And pretty soon everything is going to like really go back to the way that it was. And you're probably going to have even more than what you had before. The Six of Swords is all about recovery, transition, and moving on. And in the future, pile 3, there's going to be a great patch of financial success. Like you're really just being catapulted into success, into abundance, into money just flowing and coming in. And then finally, as an extra card, this is your bottom deck card. And your bottom deck card was the Fool. Now, the Fool speaks of like following your intuition, of just like really diving into new projects, doing whatever it is that you're going to do from an intuitive and heart-based in a heart-focused like manner. Like I said, pile 3, you have a very strong balance between your masculine and feminine energy. And what really leads you to new opportunity is your gut feelings, your intuition. For some, if you're not really all that spiritual or all that kind of connected, pile 3, like what your intuition and feminine energy really means is that you really listen to your gut. Like, I'm going to put it in a more masculine terms. You listen to your gut when it comes to finances and money. You're very closely linked to money. You could probably be a Capricorn, maybe even be like a Sagittarius or a Taurus, maybe a Libra. But the fact of the matter is, maybe even a Virgo, all the earth signs in Libra, Libra and Sagittarius. But the fact of the matter is, pile 3, your intuition is gonna lead you to more. Don't be afraid of starting new projects if you feel intuitively, if your gut tells you to do so. Don't be afraid to like invest your money into new things. You have so much, you're so stable and so secure that if you decide to branch out into new ventures, you're going to be able to succeed because you have a strong balance between your masculine and feminine energies. You have a very keen business sense. Trust your business sense. Trust your business acumen. If you see an investment, don't be afraid to go for it or to put your money into it. Listen to your intuition and listen to your gut feeling. It's got you this far and it's only going to take you further. Your gut feelings aren't going to steer you wrong, pile 3. So down here with these oracle cards, again, they all represent different things. And this card here represents your advice. And we have yin. Now, yin is all about feminine energy, divine feminine energy. The advice here, pile 3, is that if you do have like a stone cold plan for your finances and for your business, don't become discouraged if like there's a twist or a turn in it, because the fact of the matter is that in terms of your finances and in terms of your gut feelings, they always going to pay off. But the fact of the matter is things might not work out the way that you envision it. Everything is always going to work out. Like the final result is always going to be good, but you need to be open towards the twists and the turns that it can take. The yin card, in terms of prosperity, it talks a lot about how maybe you have a firm, hard set plan, but that the ending is always going to, like, I don't know how to say this to someone that might not be so intuitive. Honestly, pile 3, things are going to work out the way that you sense it. Just don't worry too much about how things work. Just know that the end result is going to be as you predicted, but be open and be ready for the twists and turns as to like how it takes shape and take form. You're not going to know everything exactly, so you should really just have trust and have faith that things are going to turn out how you want it, but be ready to react to changes and things of that nature. The yin card also speaks about maybe stepping back and letting someone else do something. There's an energy here, maybe like you run a family business or like you're inheriting this business from someone. If you're a little bit older and this is like your business that you've been running and that you got off the ground, it might be time to like really allow your protege, the person that you're going to pass this down to really start getting their foot and their skin in the game. If you're someone who owns a family business and you got maybe a son or a daughter that you want to pass it down to, the yin card is here to tell you that maybe it's time for you to start bringing them in, start mentoring them, or let maybe a trusted right-hand man or woman have a little bit more power and a little bit more say, especially if they've been with you for a while, you trust them, and they have a history of making good decisions. This is about really letting your money and letting your business work for you instead of you always doing all of the heavy lifting and the work. Let other people help you. Let people that you trust around you have a little bit more power and a little bit more say. That's not to say to completely relinquish control, but really allow them to learn and pick up the skills that they need to like really run the business more effectively. And that's something that I got here, and that's going to be echoed here in your next two cards. Because here are the qualities that's going to help you be successful. You got the wolf and a rose hip with guardianship, and a sheep and a blackberry with devotion. We're going to start with the wolf and a rose hip. Wolf and a rose hip talks a lot about your how you're a strong mentor. Like, honestly, truly, if you're doing something in the nonprofit sector, or if you are in fact running a family business, it's time for it might behoove you, pile 3, to really start raising up the next generation, or to really just like to extend a helping hand, or to let other people like not put their fingers in the pot, but really help pass down your knowledge and your know-how to the next generation. There's something here about you being an excellent and strong mentor, a strong guardian for other people. And even then, you can really be a strong community leader. Like if you're someone that does nonprofit work, or even outside your finances, if you're someone who volunteers or do a lot of good things in that nature, You're a very powerful voice and a very powerful figure, no matter where you are, Pile 3. And it's time for you to really start passing down your knowledge, start helping other people grow and eat, and to nurture the next generation, Pile 3. This is what Spirit is asking of you in order to give back. You've been blessed with such amazing finances. You've been blessed with such a strong and stable financial life. And now this is what Spirit is asking of you in payment. It's to just nurture the next generation. If this is a family business, allow your kids to like really get some skin in the game. Show them the ropes. Show them how things work. If they've been showing an interest in working your company or inheriting your business, now is the time, Pile 3. Now it's the time to start showing them the ropes, showing them how the game works, and really just getting everything together for them. And with the sheep and the blackberry in terms of devotion, this is really letting me know, Pile 3, that you're also very heavily protected. Like, I get the feeling here, like, you're probably a really kind-hearted and good person, which is exactly why your spirit guides are so keen to help you out in terms of finances. It's probably because you really honestly deserve it. You probably really deserve it. You probably have a great heart, especially if you're someone that volunteers or helps the community or do some kind of philanthropism, some form of philanthropy. You deserve it, Pile 3. And it's your dedication to your work and your craft that's really paying off. I'm gonna read the sheep and the blackberry for you, because it's a very cute card. I like it. The sheep and the blackberry cause us to focus on our commitments, whether they're to a partner, a job, a creative practice, or a spiritual tradition. Sheep are innocent and vulnerable and must be watched over and guided. Blackberries are symbols of protection with their large brambling thorns. Their abundant fruit also symbolizes prosperity. Combining the energies of the two gives us a direction. Honor our promises, allowing them to fruit and flourish. In what people or practices do you find wisdom and stability? Remember to care well for these sources of guidance and protection. And again, but I also feel the energy of the reverse meaning for this as well. You can be your own guide. Your wisdom comes from within rather than without, and it's your responsibility to impart this gift as a mentor or teacher. I really strongly and honestly, truly feel the reverse. I don't shuffle reversals into my decks, Pile 3, and the cards here are still relatively new, so they're not really going to flip and twist and turn all like that. But I strongly feel the reverse meaning for you, Pile 3, especially with the wolf and the rose hip. You can be your own guide. Your wisdom comes from within rather than without, and it's your responsibility to impart this gift as a mentor or teacher. And like I said, with the wolf and the rose hip, this talks about you being a strong mentor and guardian. I really think, Pile 3, and even with the yin card, this is about stepping back and letting someone else to get a little bit of shine, to just allow your things to work for you. It might be time for you to like ease up a little bit and allow the next generation to finally start getting their skin in the game. It's not really about you just like leaving it to them just yet, because you still got to train and mentor them. But now it's the time to start passing down your skills, your knowledge, and your know-how, Pile 3. You could, in fact, be older and not getting any younger. So it might be time for you to like really start passing down your skills and the things that you know, so that the next generation, so that whoever you're trusting to carry on your business, should you so pass, or once you're done and ready to just like retire and enjoy your life and just have your money make itself, you need to make sure that you train up the next generation of people in your business so that they can be able to run it competently and as effectively as you can. Now it's the time to really start passing down your skills, Pile 3. And this is a very clear message in these three oracles. And then finally we have supporting energy. And again, it's that masculine energy and feminine energy. Like I said, you have a strong balance between the two. And it was funny that the masculine energy came up on the top of the deck, feminine energy came down on the bottom, and I was guided to take them both. So yeah, yeah, Pile 3. You have a strong balance between your intuition, between your gut feelings, and just the logical know-how and the will to succeed and the drive to succeed. You got it under control, Pile 3. You got it under control. Now it's time to really pass down those skills and to like really give it down to the next generation. And this is something that Spirit is really asking of you. Like, this is something that you really have to do, Pile 3. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's time to start passing down your skills because you might be getting to that age where you want to retire, or getting to that point to where your business is so successful that you can kind of have it run itself at this point. And you just want to make sure that the people who are going to run your business while you're away are competent, who can really think on your wavelength and know what it is that you truly want, so you can kind of kick your feet up and enjoy the fruits of your labor and the fruits of your success, Pile 3. This is a very progressed financial reading, and I love this. So finally, we have what you can remember, what you can work on and improve upon, and we have victim in stone. Now, I think this is a lot of stuff for you to just remember. Remember that you're not a victim, that everything is always in your hands, Pile 3. That don't take less than what you're worth. Don't really try to compromise. Don't compromise whatever it is that you have. Don't let other people guilt you because you're so successful. And, don't let other people try to get you to like compromise your wealth or spend anything like that that's not really true or intuitive to you. Don't allow other people to try to like really boss you around or dictate how you spend your money. You are always in control. You are who you are, Pile 3. Like, seriously. And with the stone card here with Mercury and Saturn, I believe, are both in Taurus, the stone card speaks of sticking to what's familiar. Like I said, if you have a family business, this could have been a business that's been in your family for generations. You've always been running things the same and you've been largely successful. And the stone card is telling you that there's no need to switch up the formula. Like, there's no need to change anything that you're doing. Like, everything that you're doing is like kind of set, tried, and true. And leave up the innovation and things of that nature probably to the next generation. But for now, you, as you are a Pile 3, you're doing everything right, and there's no need to change. Just stick to what's familiar, stick to what you know. Keep doing what you're doing because you're intuitively guided, and you have the logic, the willpower, and the ambition to back up and to like really give shape and give form to your intuitive nudges and your gut feelings. You're doing everything right. You're very successful, and more success is going to continue to pour in for you. Just make sure that you raise up the next generation so they can be able to take over when you're finally ready to step down. And your reading is as good as done, Pile 3. So if this reading resonated with you, please leave a like or a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you guys want to support me as a content creator, the links to do so are in the description box. You can book a reading, donate a deck, or donate money if that's your twist. Any way you choose to support me is A-okay with me. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, Pile 3, and please be blessed. If you chose Kali or Pile 4, and this reading is for you. What's interesting, Pile 4, is that you're the only Pile here with a God card, with a Goddess card. And the Goddess cards here represents the energy of action. Like, this is something that you need to do. Instead of like explaining the situation or telling you what's going on, you're being called to take a particular action. But we're going to get into that once we get to that part of the reading, Pile 4. But for now, let's pull out your cards and see what you got. Like Pile 3, you actually have a ton of extra cards, Pile 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit them all in frame, but something told me that you kind of just needed an extra support for your reading, especially since you literally have a goddess showing up for your reading. So you definitely need extra support. Okay, everything's in frame. You definitely need extra support, Pile 4. So before I tell you why I'm saying this, Pile 4, let's read your overall synopsis. Because remember, in my Supreme Original Spreads, each card or pair of cards here represents an answer to a question. So let's go forth and see what we got. But before we read your cards individually, here's your synopsis. The overall branching energy. You are going through a rough patch. It's time to reflect on your spending habits and your actions and change whatever habit bleeds money. If you have been working harder, keep doing so. You're going to make it past this patch. You might also need to collaborate with someone else or seek help. Be wise in your spending and make logical decisions. So yeah, Pile 4, it seems like you might really be in a financial downturn. Things might not really be going well for you. It honestly, truly might be for the fact that you keep letting your emotions get in the way of like whatever it is that you really need to do. You could be hot-headed with the Kali card, or you can just be a bleeding heart. Just be someone who's very kind, someone that's just always giving out money, always doing this, always doing that for someone else, and not really looking out for yourself. And the King of Swords here is kind of telling you, and we'll get to that. It's kind of telling you that you need to be more logical, baby. Like you need to be more use your head more than your heart when it comes to finances, because you have a great heart and you are kind of just giving away your money, doing good things, but you need to be more logical and really think about yourself and be more smart about what it is that you're doing. So the first card that we have in your spread indicates your current financial situation, and you have the Five of Pentacles. I mean, the card art speaks for itself. Poverty, abandonment, loss, a financial downturn, Pile 4. The Five of Pentacles and finances kind of calls you to see where it is that you can kind of tighten up at, where you can make some cuts, where you can kind of just like stop the bleeding. See where it is that you're spending too much or spending in excess, and kind of just like wrangle in your spending and keep your money a little bit tight, because you're losing money at an exponential rate, or you could just be going through a real rough patch where it's not really much coming in. And you know, that's a very tough position to be in. I know, because this is the energy, this is my financial life, pretty much, like all the way up until like, you know, recently. I've been in this Five of Pentacles energy where, you know, nothing's coming in, nothing seems to be working, and I'm losing more money than I'm gaining. So I feel you, Pile 4. My heart goes out to you in regards to that. This isn't an easy situation to be in. The next card represents how you can make more money, and you have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is not a card that you want to see in financial readings. Already, this is like starting off with you being down bad, Pile 4. The Hermit represents the need to reflect upon your actions and your habits. Again, the same thing with the Five of Pentacles. You need to see where it is that you're bleeding money, what it is that maybe you have a particular proclivity. Maybe you only like name brand cereal. Maybe you're splurging a little too much, treating yourself to new things a little too often. Whatever it is, Pile 4, now it's not the time for you to be spending money all willy-nilly. Now it's the time for you to really tighten up your purse strings. Make sure that you're not just giving money to people without them paying you back. If you're that kind of person that lends money and don't really expect nothing in return, now you might really start needing to call in those returns or just don't lend money if you know no one is going to pay you. The fact of the matter is, Pile 4, is that you're bleeding money, that you're hemorrhaging money, and you need to figure out if it's what habits of yours, what thought patterns or beliefs that you may have that's contributing to you just wasting and spending money the way that you're spending it. So the next card that we have represents your incoming good fortune, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Now in finances, the Three of Pentacles actually means that whatever it is that you're working on or doing, like if you're working a little bit harder, like doing the work of 3 people by yourself, this is telling you that you need to keep going and you need to keep doing that. If you're definitely tightening up, buckling down, and working hard, taking up extra hours, doing what you can to earn extra income, then this is exactly what you need to continue doing. But the Three of Pentacles also has a message of hope in it as well. It tells you that if you continue up this work, this hard financial period is coming to an end. And this is your incoming good fortune. Even though things have been tough and been hard, you're nearing the end of this cycle. Like you're definitely there, but you just need to keep working hard and keep pushing. Keep your dedication to whatever it is that you're doing to earn extra money, Power 4. If you're picking up more hours, if you got a second job, if you're trying to go a little bit harder in your hustle and you're trying to make money there, like keep doing whatever it is that you're doing to earn extra income, Power 3, because I'm Power 4, because it's what's needed. It's what's being asked of you at this time to do. So yeah, Power 4. Only I heard this, like the only way out of this situation is to tighten up your bootstraps and to keep on trucking on. Like you are meant to be working hard at this period, at this juncture in your life. Keep working hard, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, because that's what's being asked of you. And then finally, for an extra card, your bottom deck card is the King of Swords. And again, the King of Swords speaks of taking your emotions out of your financial decisions. Maybe you're someone that can be very impulsive. Like, oh, I really want this new purse. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy this new purse. I really want this cologne. I'm gonna go and buy this cologne. Yeah, I might be a little cutting in close in my finances, but I really want this. Curb your impulses, curb your enthusiasm, and really allow yourself to lean more on making logical and rational decisions when it comes to your money and finances, Power 4. That's a very clear and concise message. Maybe you have a habit of spending too much, or you have a habit of buying too much. And the King of Swords is telling you to get a wrangle on all that. Get a hold of yourself and use your brain and use your head. So the next two cards that you have, and you're the only pile that got this. The next two cards that you have are financial advice. And you have Breathe and Blessed. Breathe, in terms of financial and prosperity, tells you about patience. Like the Three of Pentacles says, if you're working harder, you're picking up more shifts, you're working 2 jobs or something, you need to have patience and faith that this hard work is going to pay off for you. You need to really understand that what you're doing is working, but the Breathe card specifically says the slow and the steady approach is what's need to happen. This is going to be a slow process for you, especially since your reading is chock full of pentacles and your only major arcana is the Hermit. Very, very, very slow energy, Power 4. This is all about your perseverance and your patience, and you need to keep it up. The Blessed card here tells you that eventually, as you maintaining your patience, as you keep working, as you keep doing it, there's going to be a beautiful opportunity that's going to come your way, and it's going to help change your financial situation. Just like the Three of Pentacles says, you're nearing the end of this tough financial period, but like the Breathe card says as well, you need to keep persevering, you need to practice patience, and you need to keep going, because there is light at the end of this tunnel, Power 4. There is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I'm going to read the Blessed card for you guys, because I feel like you need to hear some good news in this reading. Let's see. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties and obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. So yeah, like the Patience card says, you're definitely towards the end of this hard financial struggle. This having to work 2 jobs or work extra hard. You're nearing the end of it, and at the end there's going to be a big payout, a windfall, and a good amount of money for you. The thing is, though, the Kali card also gives a timing element to this. With Kali here, this could happen somewhere around December for you, Power 4. this financial blessing, this big change and revolution can happen around in December for you. So if you wanted a timing, if you wanted to know how long you needed to struggle, chances are probably almost this entire year, all the way to December. But that's just a very light, a certain thing. I don't know how well this deck works with timing, even though the Moon Oracle is all about timing. Like, this is the perfect deck to really figure out timings and things of that nature. So we'll take it like, this is going to persist for quite a while. But you need to be patient. You need to persevere and know that at the end of this long and dark tunnel is a pot of gold for you. So the next two cards are what's qualities can really contribute to your success, and we have bashfulness and determination. With the possum and the peony, with the opossum and the peony, or the peony, I think it is the peony. This is all about honestly not trying to hide yourself away from the world. Like, if you're retreating and you're not really like doing anything, like if you're not really just as proud and as confident as you really want to be, make sure that you're not letting fear take over you, that you're not making fear-based decisions. Yeah, make sure that you're not making fear-based decisions, Power 4. That you're not letting this scarcity and this lack of money kind of get you moving funny or make you start making bad decisions and bad choices. Yeah, things are a little tight right now, but now is not the time to try and go take drastic measures, try to take shortcuts or things of that nature. It's really time for you to like really buckle up, tighten up those bootstraps, and get ready to work and to work hard and to work long until you receive this break, Power 4. I don't know what it is that you've been doing, what happened, but you're really going to have to work yourself out of this situation, and it's going to persist for a little bit if the timing card is to be believed. But the incoming good fortune card and your Three of Pentacles and the blessed card does say that things are happening and you're nearing the end. So who knows? Who knows, Power 5? Only thing I'm Power 4. Only thing you need to really know is that you need to keep working, and you need to be diligent in your work. Because we even have the Ram and the Dahlia here with determination. You need to be determined to see yourself through this situation. You need to keep pushing, keep working, and do what it is that you're doing to make sure that you persevere and come out of this situation. And I'm gonna read the Ram and the Dahlia for you. It's also the number 50 card, so it's another 5 for you. The Ram and the Dahlia is a card of action. The Ram charges up the mountain with steady determination, removing any obstacles with his strong horns. Called the Queen of the Autumn Garden, the Dahlia is known for its persistence. It produces flowers in the summer and well into the fall, outlasting most other blooms. You have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and will see your ambitions through. What am I most determined to accomplish? When have I worked best alone, and when have I benefited from another's help? So yeah, Power 4. Even with the opossum and the peony, it might be time for you to like really embrace this struggle, to like really just know that you're doing this alone, that you're struggling and that you're doing it alone, but know that you're tougher than most other people, Power 4. Like, even though like, your resilience is being put to the test and is being shown to you in this period. Even though you're working alone and you might really feel like it's unfair that, shit, I really gotta work hard just to make ends meet. Just know that this is a testament to your own personal power and your own determination and willpower for. And like I said, you only get one pile in this reading. So if this reading isn't resonating, then you don't have another pile here. Okay? I know I'm well into this reading and I should have said this earlier, but I feel like this is the time for me to say it now, because if you're sitting around waiting for good news and things of that nature, this is the best news that you're going to get. That, you need to be persistent, and then at the end, something is going to happen. There's not going to be any other change, no other good news. And if you really are trying to like say that this isn't your pile, that's a lie. This is in fact your pile. Like, even if you don't feel like you're in a bad financial situation, you're still not making more than what you can. You're still bleeding and hemorrhaging money. So keep that in mind, pile 4. Don't try to click off this reading and pick a different pile. This isn't that. There's only one pile that's going to resonate. So next that we have is some supporting energy for your reading. And here we have struggle and it's all good. Struggle is self-explanatory. This is how the salmon swims upstream. Even though the tides and the currents are like really pushing against it, the salmon stays persistent and it continues to go up the stream even though everything is pushing against it. And the same thing with the ram and how the ram goes up mountain and removes all the obstacles from its path. You really are going to have to work hard, be persistent, and practice patience, pile 4. This is a reoccurring and running theme in your reading. But the fact of the matter is that you need to know that everything is working out for your highest good. It's all good. Even though this might seem like a really dark period and a real big rough patch for you, just know that in the end, it's all working out for your highest good. And what I heard when I first pulled your cards is that this is to give you a newfound appreciation for money. Maybe you are someone who spends very frivolously. Maybe you've always made a lot of money. You kind of took that for granted. You forgot to give thanks to your spirit guides, forgot to give thanks to God or whatever for everything that you have. And now you're going to have to learn the true value of hard work and like kind of earning your money and getting it from out the mud. Like, so this is really, really big for you to learn the value of a dollar, to really learn what it means to struggle, and to really have a newfound appreciation for money and to not take it for granted. I felt that, so I'm going to just say that here. This is to teach you a big lesson, and this is in fact for your highest good. So the next 2 cards that we have for you that's ending your reading is something to remember, something for you to work on, or something for you to improve upon. And here we have guilt and Kali. So I'm going to read a little bit of the guilt card for you guys. This card indicates deep caring and protection from emotional hurt through standing strong in your emotions. There is great inner resolve here. Once your mind is made up, you can see when others have tried to manipulate you. Reclaim your life. And I'm gonna read a little bit more from this actual card. Do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. Am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? Yeah. Yeah, pile 3. This is pile 4. This is really meant for you to find your personal power. And again, reflect on where you've been giving too much to other people and things of that nature. You really need to value your money and value yourself more. If this isn't about you learning the value of a dollar and the importance of money, this is you learning when it's good for you to give and when it's better for you to support yourself. Have you been enabling someone's bad habits with your money, like buying maybe drugs or cigarettes for someone when you know they should be quitting? Really again, you have the Hermit card here. Really take a look and see where it is that you've been giving away your power, when you've been doing too much for people who aren't really appreciative of you, and really take this lesson. Really take this lesson, pile 5. This is a pile 4. This is a lesson that I really feel like is being imparted to you. You're going to have to struggle and pull yourself up out of this by your own bootstraps. And you're going to have to probably do this alone. But this is meant to show you that you're not really supposed to be given to everyone. Some people got to really help themselves, because when it comes to you needing help, there's not going to be too many people in your corner to do it for you, pile 4. And this is what you're learning now, that you're going to have to work hard and that you're going to have to do it yourself. And then we have the energy of Kali. Kali Ma is actually a very strong and powerful goddess. She is the goddess of war, rampage, death, and destruction. In this deck, she is a black moon goddess, and black moon goddesses represent death and rebirth, and she's actually the most intense of the black moon goddesses. which is very apt because Kali's energy is very tense, but also very protective. Like I said, I really feel like you're being taught a lesson right now. And Kali Ma, when she is trying to teach you a lesson and she's not really just trying to protect you, but feeding you to the wolves, she can be a very strict, stern, and tough teacher. And that's what's happening for you right now, Power 4. You have a very strict and stern goddess watching over you. Maybe you felt intuitively that you shouldn't be helping the people that you help, that you should probably save your money, but you forsake your intuition, you didn't listen, and now you're in this situation and you got to work really hard to get yourself out of it. This is really meant to trigger a rebirth and a change inside of you, for you to change the way that you think about helping people and that you treat how you treat your money. The thing with Kali is this card is telling you that the action you need to take is that you need to be ruthless, that you really need to be relentlessly determined to succeed on your own. Stop negotiating your power. Stop giving your stuff away. Stop giving your money away to people who don't deserve it. Think about yourself first and spend more on your own. And the thing about Kali is what this card is kind of warning you is that once you do make it through this situation, don't start gloating and don't start becoming more mighty, holier than thou, or become too hard or too bitter where you're just like celebrating yourself too much. Once you finish this, once you make it through this, be humble, take the lesson, and really just implement it. Because if you try to do too much, like try to really start flexing on other people, really lose that kind-hearted spirit instead of just tempering it more, if you just completely discard it, you're gonna have a bad time. Because like I said, Kali is not an energy to be played with. And you were drawn to this reading for a reason. Her energy is not to be played and not to be trifled with. You are meant to learn a very powerful lesson here, and you're meant to change. But when you do win and this blessings start coming in, don't start trying to stunt and flex on other people. Don't try to gloat and show off, because you will end up hurting yourself and hurting other people. And this is something that you really need to realize. Remain humble, remain graceful, and really make sure that you take this tough period of your life with grace, with dignity, with patience, and fortitude, because that's exactly what's being asked of you right now, Power 4. So if this reading resonated, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you guys want to support me as a content creator, the links to do so are in the description box. You can book a reading, donate a deck, or even donate money if that's your twist. Any way you choose to support me is A-okay with me. Thank you so much for your time and your energy and watching this reading, Power 4. Bye.